Moving on to another interesting story. We have Jackie Matubia. Now, we all saw her pregnancy journey. We loved it. We Googled. We were like, oh, so beautiful. You look so glowing. You know, how can you look so beautiful pregnant? Blah, 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 blah. But now she's speaking about some other things with regard to relationships. And I love what she had to say about relationships in general, and maybe specifically her relationship. Now, she was having a conversation and she was explaining some things that married couples do that other people may think are out of the ordinary, okay? So when she was speaking about relationships, and they were having this discussion with a guy called Frank, and she was being asked about independent women versus housewives, yeah? What was her opinion regarding balance? And her words were, she said, I am working to help my spouse give the best that we can do. In this generation, at this particular point, we have to do 50-50. The world is tough, and I also have dreams as much as you have dreams. I can't stop my dreams because you want someone else to stay at home. Or I can't stop my dreams because I want to stay home, or you're forcing me to stay home.
Yeah.
She was asked a little bit more about Moshene, you know, what kind of Moshene is going on, and she joked about that. But she also was asked about... you know, she was asked whether whether it was her Moshene that was being dished, apparently. She said that she wouldn't be comfortable to give a conversation or such a conversation with the person, with her partner involved, because some of these stories need to remain among friends. But the most important story here that ended up touching my soul and my spirit was when she was asked about intimacy in relationships, right? And this is what she said. She said, because you guys at home, she said, first of all, that sometimes people go months without having sex, 2 months, 3 months without having sex, simply sexual intercourse, in relationships, and especially in marriage, because everyone has a lot going on. You all have lives, you all have different schedules, and you find that your schedules sometimes don't align. She said, because you guys come home when you're tired, we women also have to come home when you're tired. You know, people think ati when you're married, ni kila siku kila saa. Oh, I am just letting you know that you can go 2 months without having, you know, sexual intercourse. She even said, nah, you've not kosana to this person, everything is okay, but if you're being serious, it can take a bit of time before you guys even get to that point where you're trying. And to be entirely honest, ask anyone in a long-term relationship, ask. Just ask someone who has been in a long-term relationship. Because a lot of people who are in new relationships, it's like all the time, yeah, you're getting it, you're over here, back, forward, panini press, legs up, legs down, in the toilet, everywhere. It's just the same thing, twa, 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 twa. However, in reality, ask anyone who's been in a relationship for more than a year. Sit them down, ask them, have you ever gone a couple of days or a particular season without having intimacy, or without having sexual intercourse with your partner, and let them give you answers. Sometimes days just go. Yeah, there's a man, and you're like, where is this my second period?
Is this my third?
What's going on in this house? And it's not like there's anything wrong. It's just that things just keep moving. Life moves. Things just keep flowing. Next thing you know, 1 week you're sick, the next week he's sick. That's 2 weeks gone. And then he recovers, you have reinfected him. 1 month is gone. He's sick 1 week, you're sick 1 week, he's sick 1 week. Mozi meisha. Next month, you're like, we're going to do this. We're ready for this. Lo and behold, that is the time his job decides that he will be the busiest he has ever been. And that is the time all of your grandparents and everyone wants to see you every weekend. Boom. Mwezi ingine imeisha. Let me tell you, time just goes. Next thing you know, you're sitting down and look at yourself like, all right, we need to make a schedule. And now you start to understand people who actually say that they schedule sexual intimacy in their calendars in order for them not to forget. Because trust me, y'all can go long.
You know, I used to laugh and I used to, you know, scoff and disregard when people would say things like, Ati, don't be in a hurry to do these things. Don't be in a rush to get into a relationship. There's, you know, and I'd look like at my parents and be like, what are you talking about? You know, you guys are together all the time. I would love that. And you know, like in my mind or in your young mind, you're just thinking it's going to be bliss and honeymoon season. And you'll even go as far as judging people. And you're like, you know what? If you put in the effort, you would not be having such a boring bedroom life, you know? And you go as far as judging them and making this snide comments until you're there. Until you're there and you're wondering, what happened? I used to wear lingerie every night. Now I am wearing sengenge ningombe. What is happening? You know? And I think at some point, all you want is some comfort. Really, especially when you've been with somebody for so long and they're attracted to you in whichever way you... Yani, I could have my baby on this hand and my hair has not seen the salon in weeks, but this man still finds you attractive.
Absolutely.
So, you know, the more intimate you get, the more you get to know each other better, these small things we used to do, trying so hard, kind of just fall off. And we stop, you know, putting in the effort. It's not a good
being
thing.
Superficial.
Exactly.
That's the one.
It stops being superficial. And now you know this man loves you for real. Whether you have a kilemba on your head, whether, you know, you're drooling, you know, like morning breath, I could just like...
people.
You don't face each other during morning breath. I just turn around, you know, do your thing and we're done. But in a new relationship, you would wake up before him, go and brush your teeth, do a, you know, but it's not that, you know. In a long-term relationship, as long as we have banter, I can come home and give you moshene about everyone at work. I know people from his workplace I've never met. I know them to a T, down to how many wives they have. Why?
You're even being consulted on firing and hiring, and you have never met these people.
And that's just it. All you actually need is just a person you're going to come home to, and they're good, and they're Gucci. He's your friend, he's your best friend. That is all you need. The rest, that's just too much, okay? And we're too old for that. Panini press. Okay. What's that? Out here practicing Kama Sutra. Anybody got time for that?